Hello everyone. I am so excited. I have wee bit of subscribers and it is awesome. Welcome to all of you. I'm so glad you could join me here today. And I'm so excited because yay, back to school. I have time now to make more videos and the summer was a great summer. I had a lot of fun with my girls, and I hope you guys also took the time to recharge and have fun this summer. Go enjoy the sunshine, because as we all know, the winter time can be brutal after New Year's anyways, because after New Year's it's just winter time. It's all wet, drizzly, and I do love winter and fall. Fall is my favorite time of the year. I'm so excited for this season. But wintertime can be rough. So I hope you guys got your tans and sunshine and everything you need, even you introverts. Sunshine is good for you. I know you may hiss at it and you may not like sunshine sometimes, but it is good for you. So for those of you who are new to this channel and don't know my name is Cece Sunny. I'm an independent author and writer, okay? And my goal in this channel is to help other authors and writers to become inspired and to figure out what do they want to write, how do they want to go about it, and tips and tricks that help me. They might not help you. We will see. It's just fun to explore and figure these things out. So a bit of an announcement today. I just wanted to let you all know that I am expecting, and our family is super excited about this. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a little hard. So if I look like I have circles under my eyes, or I am puffy in the face or tired, it is because I am. Or even worst case scenario, and probably in this movie I'm going to struggle with, is tears and emotionality. I promise I will hold it back. I hate crying with a passion. I hate it. I ugly cry. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about the odds stacked against you. And I know in Facebook, I'm always reading about authors who feel a little bit overwhelmed or dejected, and then also the answers that a lot of authors reply to a newbie author that's like, hey, I just want to know more about this subject of literary agents and querying, and they're like, good luck getting an agent. It's not going to happen. It's very rare. And they're not wrong. It is hard. And I wanted to share my story and experience just so you guys know it is not the end of the world if you're rejected by a query or an agent. It is okay. There are other avenues you can take, but also one of the biggest things I want to get across to you guys is writing is hard. Any art or craft is hard. Even if you're an artist, a designer, it's not easy. And a lot of times you're going to have to do a lot of work and a lot of free things before you even start gaining any traction in your brand, in your artistry, and in who you are. And I wanted to give you this story maybe to help you understand that everyone is different, everyone is unique, and it is not easy. Nothing worthwhile comes easy ever, and it's a life rule. Everyone should know that. So when I was a little girl, I struggled in my studies, and my parent could see that I struggled and I had a hard time with this. And so they took me to, and I'm not revealing too much because I don't want any hate to be trolls to try to figure out to go, because I know this parent meant the best intentions for me and that they loved me so much, and I don't want you guys to go after them or anything, because I do love them so much, and they still support me, and they're wonderful, and I love them very much. But they took me to a school that tested for, what do you call it? They just basically tested my knowledge. And also, it was down in the Salt Lake City area, and it was these twin sisters. Sadly, one of the twin sisters passed away in a car accident, but I was a little girl getting special testing done from them. And the cool thing is they could reveal a lot of my strengths and a lot of my weaknesses through these specialty tests that I took. And one of the things, and it was really fun, half of the tests I took were like games and puzzles and figuring out stuff, and others were reading and math, and they tested my whole person of knowledge basically. They discovered I had an I guess a hearing problem. My brain could not register certain sounds. I could not pick up on certain language sounds when I was spoken to, and so that would delay my response action pretty severe. Like I would almost have that awkward pause of not responding to my friend's question or even listening or responding to adults very well. And their solution to that was to give me this interesting computer program that I listened to as a kid. It was just like it is designed like a game, but it would repeat the sounds that I had problems hearing and understanding and struggling with. And after I finished that program, my communication skills vastly improved, and I was really a lot better at it. In those tests, they also discovered that I had a slight reading disorder. When the texts are more complicated or difficult or worded in a certain way, I have to read it multiple times over, and even sometimes I still don't understand, so I'd have to have it explained to me in more simple terms. And it's weird, you wouldn't think of that as a reading disorder, but that's probably why my language is more simplistic, and also my writing is more simplistic. I don't have a very good vocabulary. I try hard to improve on it, and it is always a working in progress that I have. But they also found that I was 2 grades below my reading where it should be. I was 2 grades below on my grammar, my English, everything. And this was like in 6th grade. So I was at a 4th grade level, pretty bad. And so they really helped me to improve and see where I needed to be. And they also showed some really cool talents and skills that I had. I tested really high in college levels for puzzle solving and figuring out problems like with puzzles and design. I had a natural knack and talent for artistry and design and these other things. And it totally makes sense now. All the things in my life I absolutely love go back to the root of what I'm really talented at. And at the end of the day, with these studies and these tests, they gave you a list of possible occupations that you could be good at. And I wasn't super aware yet of the test scores that I got, especially with my English test scores. One of the things I was like, architecture, interior designer, garden landscaping, and all these design things were part of that. Jewelry designer, and all those really did appeal to me. But the one that really stuck out to me that I wanted to try and do was writing. Writer was on the list. And it was so funny because they listed that as a skill that I'd be really good at, but I had horrible English and I had horrible grammar. I was not good. I didn't have the best teachers growing up. So when I saw that I would be good possibly at writing as one of my careers and to write books, I loved reading as a kid, which was funny because I wasn't very good at it, but I did love storytelling, and I loved the whole basis of telling stories, and I wanted to do that. And I was so excited. I told my parent what I wanted to do, and unfortunately, their reaction to that was, "Oh, honey, you'd be so much better at doing this. I think you're talented at this. Don't do writing. Writers do not make money. It is not a good career path, and I don't think that you should get into that at all." That broke my heart, my little heart, of course, but they were right. Like, there was other opportunities for me to be able to try out other things. And so I decided I would try other avenues in life. And as I grew up, I did work on my English a little bit. I got better, and I did have a natural knack for writing. In high school, I think two of my poems were chosen for a book in a competition in Nevada, and I did win that, and it was pretty cool. And I was like, maybe I could be a writer, who knows. And then next time I kind of brought it up was in college. I was starting to go to college and I was really loving my English class. It was a lot of fun. I was enjoying writing, and I told my parent that I would, and on the phone, that I was once again thinking about pursuing writing as my career, and I wanted to get into being an author or writer. I just wanted to do something in writing. And again, this parent who you go to for ideas and support and everything a parent you want in as a child. And I was once again dejected, saying, honey, you're not good at grammar. You remember your test scores, you tested really low. I think you would struggle with it. I do not think this is a good path for you to choose. You're so talented in so many other ways. Don't go to the writing path. You're not going to make money. It is not a good. I was dejected in all ways possible to not go to pursue writing. And unfortunately, I concurred. I have no confidence. I like agree that my skills were probably not up to par at all to fulfill a dream like that. So once again, at the beginning of college, I decided, yeah, they're right. I am not going to be a good writer. I'm not going to write. And so I would start to journal after that. Like, I never quit journaling and writing stories. And it really took off when I was done with college and I was working, and just doing my regular 9-to-5 work. And I was a young 20-something, and I really, one of the ways I handled grief or getting through problems in my life, everyday life, is I would write to escape. Or when I would finish reading a book and I didn't like the ending, I would change the ending in my mind and rewrite it. It was so silly. But the writing bug never went away. I always wanted to try. And so, years down the road, I got married, and I was actually pregnant with my first daughter, and I still had that itch. I wanted to know, I wanted to try. I was like, I'm going to try writing. What killed me the most is living with regret. I did not want to regret never having tried to fulfill my dream, or never having tried to chase after what I wanted in life. And it's always the what if. What if I had written a book? What if I had done these things? What if I tried? What would happen? And would it come to anything? So I wrote a book, and I kind of wanted to learn and cut my teeth. I have okay grammar experience. I got C's and B's in English, and I know my grammar is not super tight and strong, but it's good enough that I could get a B in writing subjects or whatever. And I had just a great passion for telling stories and thinking up the problem solving part of it, and I loved so much about storytelling that I loved writing my book. It was so much fun. So I finished my book, and I thought I did an okay job. No, I finished my book, and I was like, okay, what's the next step? And just like all of you, wherever steps you are at, I was self-taught. I had to read a lot, and I had to learn from the writing and the reading and the class. I didn't take very many classes, really. It's the classes I took might have been a few online and just helpful tips. I'm more of a self-taught girl. I do not have English degrees behind me. I just have a high school diploma and a little bit of college. That's it. So the next step was to query, and I was so nervous but so excited. I was like, I'm gonna query my book. I think it will at least get one right out of the hundreds. I sent it out to, I think it was 250, 300 people or agents, 300 agents in my genre for my book, and every single one of them was a no. Here I have written a book, and heartbreaking, I got rejected again and again and again, 300 times, and it hurt bad. That was hard. And then I was like, I can't give up on this dream. I didn't want to write another book yet because I had a book right here in my hands ready to go, and I knew it was decent. It was okay. I knew some people would take enjoyment out of my story and would like it. And I didn't want to give up on the book I had. And for a long time, I went into depression because you're gonna have to forgive me if I'm crying a little bit because of my condition, and this is a little sensitive to my soul. It takes a lot of money to self-publish, and I'm an at-home mom. I don't make money. My husband does, and we do invest our money wisely. We try to live within our means and to invest wisely, especially in these hard times and when money is tight. And as a gift, my husband could see how much I cared about this in my dream. And he said, honey, let me help you fulfill your dream. Let's just self-publish. And I did not really understand what I was getting into self-publishing, but I'm loving this journey. It is hard being a self-publisher. It is not easy, but the accomplishment in knowing that you were right to some degree. There were some people in this world who would love your book or like it at the very least, or hate it. I don't care that they took the time to read it. Despite having all of these challenges in my life, I have a wonderfully loving, supporting husband in my dream, and I try my hardest to promote it, and I try to give back to you guys and hopefully help inspire you in some way in your writing, because I know writing's hard. I know it's not easy, and I know it's challenging, and you do have to have grit, and you gain that grit through every no in a query and every no in life. Keep going. As long as you love what you are doing, you are winning in life, okay? Pick something, pick a hobby, do something that you love in life, and if you get to do it every day or every other day, you're winning in life. And if you also keep feeling that burning drive or always wondering what if I had tried this, what if I had tried that, keep going no matter what, okay? You don't know what's behind the next door. Maybe it's another no, maybe it's a miracle yes. You don't know. Last tip, it isn't always the most talented people who succeed in this rat race game of anything. Like, you look at Christmas time, all the things that they're trying to sell. Don't forget about books. It's just marketing in general. It's a rat race. But it isn't always the most talented people that succeed in this race. It is the ones who work the hardest. You got to have tough grit, and you got to be a hard worker. And you will make it in some way. You will go somewhere. Or at the very least, you will have the peace and knowledge of knowing you tried. So try, okay? Don't give up. Even when the odds are stacked against you, keep going. That's the human spirit, to never give up and to keep going. And oh, I'm so sorry for crying. I don't mean to cry. I hate crying. I hate it. Anyways, on to a happier note. It's fall time. I'm so excited. You know, one of my favorite things to write about is monsters. And new monsters are making it sound different and exciting. And then, villains. And I'm so excited for this fall season. I might even dress up. I don't know. I'm not a big dress up person. My girls are, though. My goodness. They're excited about Halloween and all that jazz. So we will see you guys in the next video. Might continue a little bit more on villains, but definitely gonna have monsters and fun things in the mix, because hello, weirdly enough, there is romance in it, but it's like middle school level, but it does really, my book does better in dark fantasy horror. I did not think I had horror tendencies, but apparently I do. It's kind of weird. But I can see it. I totally know why I ended up in the horror genre a little bit. It's not that scary. It's a little scary. It's like Halloween got meshed with a cozy romance, and I loved it. It was so much fun. It's my favorite holiday. Of course, I'm going to start off with my favorite, well, not my favorite holiday, but my favorite time of the year, fall and winter. Summer's too hot. I love summer, but it's way too hot. Anyways, okay, I will see you guys in the next video, and I won't be crying, I promise. This is the only crying video I'll probably ever do. We are gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna really try hard to get a video out a week. It might be every 2 weeks, depending on how I'm feeling, whether the kids are sick, and just it's a busy time of the year. But I'm really gonna try to do this because I do have free time to be able to, you know, do these videos, and I do love them. It's part of I love to get creative into writing. Don't forget to click and subscribe if you want to get some helpful tips and tricks, kind of and just talking about writing in general. And subscribers, if you have something you want me to look into or to help you to figure out, don't be shy or afraid to comment down below, and I will check it out, and we'll see what we can come up with and how we can all make a video about it. I don't know. Whatever you guys need. I want to try to help you in your writing journey because I know writing is hard. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.